Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Mercury Farms. We're over here by the house planting some corn. Pretty much right where we left off from the last episode. I haven't got a chance to go up and cut any wood at all in between episodes, so I figured I'd just come over here, plant some corn, get that going. I'm hoping to, a little bit later on, to sell some eggs, and from that maybe get enough cash to hopefully put down another chicken coop. But I want to come over here and get this corn going so it can start growing. But possibly right after we get done with this cornfield, we'll head up, get into the tree harvester, and we will cut down some trees, get some cut today. Been paying leasing fees on it every day, so might as well start to use it. I didn't get to use it in the last day because I waited a whole day for that canola to turn over. And right now we're kind of waiting for the wheat field to turn over to harvest that. We should have enough food if we do another chicken coop today. Should have enough wheat in stock to feed the chickens that we will have. But the other big field, it would be nice to have that wheat in storage for backup food, because those chickens, as we all know, will reproduce kind of on a fast pace. But in order to do the chicken coops today, we need roughly about $50,000, which wouldn't be actually too hard to do by selling just a couple of trailer loads of wood. Luckily, the greenhouses every hours will give us $400, so we'll get a little bit of cash. We do have some canola to sell as well. And I kind of got to remember to check on the price on that. I think it's a decent price. I think it's like $7.50, which probably is actually a pretty good price now. Think about it, because the highest price I've seen for soybeans is like $9.50, and canola being at $7.50 seems about right for a good high price. So maybe we'll go sell that right after we get done with this field here. And hopefully this time when weeds grow in this field, they all grow at once. So unlike last time, I had like a small patch. I said, I'll get that later. And we never got to it. And they hit a second growth stage, and I couldn't take care of it because I don't have a sprayer. So as you can see, I'm using GPS just to keep straight lines. Not really necessary for a field this size. I could have just done it freehand. It's not too difficult. But we're starting to put the hours on this tractor. We're over 18 hours on it already. And I do believe this is the 18th episode, so an hour per episode is what it averages down to. So the next time these two fields turn over, we'll be doing two new crops for us on this map, which is sunflower and corn, because we got the header finally. Slowly but surely, this farm is making the cash so we can expand little by little. We also got that loan to take care of. We can turn off that and turn off that, fold her up. And I kind of need to invest in a pressure washer as well. Our equipment's starting to get a little bit dirty. And once again, we've played a few amount of days on Mercury Farms now, and it hasn't rained here now either. I know it took a long time to get rain on Ravenport. Although I don't want it to rain every other day, though. That'd be that'd be a real nuisance, wouldn't it? Alright, so there we go. Let's check the prices on the canola. I think it was 7 something? Yeah, $7.51 at the livestock market. That's not bad because, like I said, the best price. Wow, that price is almost at 1,000. Yeehaw! Oh wow, look at the sunflowers right now. $8.71. Corn is going to be actually that's not bad for corn. Actually, sunflowers you got one price down here at the windmill for over 1,000. Hello, sunflowers. How are you doing? That was unexpected. I think the egg prices were rising. Are they still rising? Yes, they are. 1881 and rising. But we got the canola. We kind of need the cash. We got a decent amount of it. I got at least 3 trips to do. So I think we will sell the canola right now. And yes, the trailer is right here. I kind of want to upgrade the trailer, but it's not actually completely necessary, so I'm not in a rush to do it. Actually, we got more wheat than I thought we had. But we're going to fill this up, head down to livestock market, I said? Yes, livestock market. And let's get us some cash here. Actually, with the amount of canola I got, actually, we can kind of go this way. The amount of canola we got, I may actually have enough to do the chicken coops the way it is. I haven't been this way, but I figured I've seen the road come out, and it does come out here. But I just got to sneak through a couple people's fields that we don't own. All right, here we are at the livestock market, and like I said, we got about 3 trailers worth. Not quite 3 trailers, but it's going to be pretty close to 3 trailers. So hopefully we get like 15 grand per trailer. That'd be really nice. Looks like we're going to get that at least. Just over. So almost 16, but it's 15 grand we'll call it. So by selling all the canola, we might have enough money to go right up to the animal pens. We'll put the chicken coop down. And like I said, there's other ways to get a little bit of cash here. Like we got those eggs to sell later on. But let's sell all this canola that we have because we really don't need it for anything other than wait for a better price. But I need cash now. And here's our second trip. So we know it's $40,000 for the chicken coop, give or take maybe like $100 for landscaping fees when we place it down. So let's go back up, get our last trailer of canola. And it should put us more over the top enough to get the chicken coop. Well, like I said, almost 3 full trailers. And it was just about full, which is great for us because that's going to put us more than over. So there's the money that we need. An extra $5,000 for probably the chickens. And also I need a little bit extra more money because I got to buy, well, I don't have to buy, but we're going to, which is the egg pallets. So I don't have to load the boxes individually. They'll automatically auto-load into the pallet. So head back to the farm. We will load up the trailer with wheat now, and we'll head up to the animal farm and, well, get some more animals. All right, so here we are. And like I said before, I think these logs could be in a problem because the way I got to rotate the chicken coop might be an issue, but it looks like I got that one farther back than this one, really. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. So first things first, anytime you do something like this, I recommend maybe turn autosave off, save the game as is, and that way if you make a mistake, you can always just reload the game. So, animal pens, a large chicken coop here. And now we need to rotate it so the zones are right there. It looks like if I why you let me place, let me put that up. It almost looks like it says I can place it out here, but I don't own that any of that land, so that's interesting. Did I buy something? Don't know it? Okay. Rotate the camera, yes, this way, so I can get it kind of squared up. I think that looks pretty good there. And now we'll rotate it this way so I can get it back as far as I can. We're going to try to stick it like right in this corner. That looks pretty good right there, I think. It's done. Yeah, so before I must have had it sticking out further because it's not in the way, so that's good. $705 for the cost of placing it down. A little tree here in the corner, that's not too bad. Gives the house a little shade. I actually like the placing of this. This tree is going to be a problem right here. So we may have to take a chainsaw and take care of that. We'll level out the ground a little bit in here as well. Because obviously the pallets go here. So when we go to load them, this tree is going to be a pain. But we're not going to worry about it for a while. So before we do anything, I think it's time to load up head to the store. We'll get some egg pallets. Actually, before I do anything else, let's turn autosave back on. Save the game because I'm happy with that placement. Wait, where's that sitting? Because it was showing the zone markers on. There they go. Now they're off. I probably had to go out of screen because they had to disappear. So we need to grab the Dutes Fire, and we'll head to the store. But how much are these things? Because I forgot. Pallets. Egg pallet reusable. Yes, sir. With sign. That's what we want. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them for now. I actually want to buy 2, have a total of 6 for each because the zone markers, well, if they're on, I could actually fit a couple more here. But 4 for this pin over here is going to be enough for now. So I need to hop in my Dutes Fire and head to the store with the trailer and the pallet forks, which I believe I just saw at the chicken coop, so I have to go load those on. So I shall meet you at the store. Oh, my trailer's right here. How convenient. Well, I should probably get the pallet forks first. And here we are at the store. And they already have my pallets outside waiting for me. Told them I was coming right over to pick them up. I've done enough business here now. I just order via an app on the phone. Now I get the lovely task of loading these up. If I have a lot of problems with these pallets sticking on the pallet forks, I may just use the lift anything mod. That one danced off, so that works. I will say either I'm getting better at it, or with each series, Farming Sim has made this easier for us to load them. It's one or the other, or maybe a combination of both. So the day I'm recording this, the Anderson DLC has gone live, and I, for one, have not purchased it yet. I'm not sure if I will or will not. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me, but a lot of that stuff they have in there is not my kind of style. Although I do like, because a lot of the dairy farms around where I live have it, is the where you can, I like to call it like the silage train. So I've seen I haven't looked too much at the Anderson DLC. I've seen some videos. I saw Dagger win because he got early access to it, where he was putting bales in and making silage bales. Around here, it's one continuous pillow, kind of like that, but what they do is they put the grass into it and it just kind of like bales up. It looks like one long sausage. They don't do the individual bales. They just put the grass in the machine. Oh, come on now, pallet. And here's the last pallet. Okay, it's off. Let's get that on kind of nicely. Hopefully when I hook up the trailer, nothing falls off until I latch it down. Of course, I could get out of the tractor and latch it down individually, but, you know. They're latched on. So back to the animal farm, we'll put these in place, and we should have enough to buy our 121 chickens, 40 of each, and one rooster. Well, I unhooked the trailer, but I kind of forgot to take the straps off. Probably should leave one of them on like that until I get done, because I may knock them off. But the ground is kind of uneven here, and of course I got the tree to deal with, so who knows, I might be using the Lift Anything mod before I'm said and done. And there goes one of them, yay! See, that pallet is not really on, but it is stuck. And what I kind of need to do, because this is stupid, because now I can't see the interactive markers when I put it down. Stop and go. Interactive markers on. Alright, it's further over than I thought. That should be okay. And it seems like when I place the chicken coop down, it did go uphill a little bit, which is fine. It's like I'm sitting in a valley right here. We'll probably have to do some landscaping. We'll try to make it look a little bit more prettier around here. Funny enough, that strap was not holding that pallet in. I was looking at the egg prices. I stopped on the way back here to look at the egg prices, and the egg prices have stopped going up. So while we're here, we're probably going to grab those other pallets over there, load those up, head on down to quote-unquote the market and sell those. Looks like we got 3.5 pallets, so that's probably just shy of 35,000 liters. And at $1,800, that's going to be pretty good for us, because I would like to pay off some of that loan in this in-game day, like $50,000 worth, which could be just about what we're going to get. Yeah, this tree is just enough in the way where we may have to get rid of it. Hopefully that's in the marker where it will fill up. I'm hoping. Well, I was trying to flip the pallet over, but that's one way of doing it, I guess. Am I on? Let's make sure we're on flat ground here. This pallet does not like me. Easy peasy, nice and easy. Alright, so now I'm going to come in here and I'll be buying some chickens. Well, we bought our chickens. I'm down to $78, so I couldn't quite get the total that I usually have. We're at 40, 40, and 14. But in a while, we'll be able to even that all out. Once we go sell the eggs from the other chicken coop, we will be fine. So yeah, so we need to kind of like even out this ground here. Maybe decorate it just a little bit. There we go. So now these chickens are fed. We got the egg pallets here. And now it's a matter of loading up the other ones. Probably better if I kept the trailer out here. So I'm going to load these up. See how long it takes me. And yeah, we're going to head on down to the market and sell these eggs. Hey, now that's all done. Nothing fell off either. So on down to the market. Let's get some cash so I can finish buying the rest of my chickens for that coop. Get these boxes back, because in about 12 minutes I'll have a little egg box here if I don't. So come on, Dudes Far. Let's get going down to the market and make some cash. Now here I may use the Lift Anything mod because I spent enough time. Oh, come on. None of them? None of them are going to sell? How about if I lower? No? Alright. Time to... Look at that. I barely take off the trailer and then it sells. I did it right the first time unloading them, but I want to get these back before the chickens lay an egg box down. How lovely is this? So we pretty much had no money. And just about 60,000. Just about 60,000 from those eggs there. And now we got 2 chicken coops rocking. I have no problem loading pallets manually, but sometimes I just don't have the time to constantly do it. I loaded them up manually at the store, unloaded them to the new chicken coop, loaded them up manually, but now, yep, I'm doing it that way. Alright, so on and back to the chicken coop. We need to get these back down. I got plenty of time to do so. And now we're up to 60 grand. But I need to finish buying the rest of the chickens. And I think 50 grand of this is going to go into paying off our loan to get it down to 250. And then I think it might be time to head up to the forest to cut some trees down. Every time I go past this placeable area, I'll never forget when I first started really getting the mods in Farming Simulator, which was FS15. I mean, I had a few small mods, but the first big mod I think I really got involved in, I think the package was called Factory Mod. I mean, it had a lot of buildings you had to place down. So you had to place down a market to sell all the goods from all these buildings. So basically, you would have to bring, you could plant sugar beet and bring the sugar beet to the sugar factory. So that made sugar. You could bring sugar to an alcohol factory, the wine factory. The wine factory also needed grapes. You can harvest grapes. There was one for bread, so they needed flour. So you need to bring like wheat or barley to the mill, which made flour. And then the bread factory, I think, took the flour, and it needed milk alongside it to make the bread. Of course, there's also a milk factory for different kinds of milks. a whole bunch of placeables. It was a pretty darn good mod. And as far as I know, it never came out in 17. And obviously nothing for... I haven't seen too many factories yet or anything for 19, but you know, it's only been a while. And no, I'm not going to unload it with a pallet fork. We're going to go ahead and just do this, because I got things to get to today. Hello. Why? Alright. Not sure why that pallet is like stuck to the trailer. So $60,000 from the eggs. Why is that pallet? Is there a strap on there somewhere? Oh, there is a strap right here. Ha ha ha. That little strap was holding it down. No, I don't want the strap on. There we go. So $60,000 for those eggs today. And I was climbing the pallet. And now with the 2 chicken coops going, we are going to be rocking some egg prices in the near future. We may actually have to get the flatbed auto-loading trailer going here in the future, but it's time to finish off buying the chickens. So I need 26 more brown ones and a rooster. All right, there we go. 40 of each and 1 rooster to go. We'll come over here and we'll top off the wheat here. And actually, while we're up here with some wheat, I'll get stuck on that little log there. We'll come over here and top off the other pen. Oh, wow. Okay. And this is why we planted wheat in the other field. Alright, let's park this guy off to the side like this. Might as well keep the engine going. Going to bring that back here in a second. Time to put this tractor away as well. While I'm thinking about it, let's come in here. And we're going to repay off some of our loan. Perfect. Still leaves us with $7,000, but hey. I mean, just a little while ago, we had $300,000 loan. Hardly any cash. And also, no second chicken coop. There we go. Put the rest of our wheat away so we have a little bit of wheat. Actually, it's not too bad. But now both chicken coops will be reproducing chickens still. So in a couple days' time, their food total is going to look kind of a little bit on the low end. But now it's time to hop into our beautiful new... I always want to call it New Holland for some reason. Our Volvo. Hook up our logging trailer. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, let's head over here. We have just enough amount of cash. I think we're going to place down a pressure washer. Actually, there isn't just enough amount of room right here because the hedge is right there. Pressure washer should be able to fit right here. And it brings me all the way back to here. All right. Where's my farm? Should be right here. There we go. My truck just turned off on me right next to it. Interesting. Boom. There we go. Need to wash our truck. That's why we want the pressure washer. Alright. Now we're heading up to the forestry area. Getting to the tree harvester. And we'll start ripping out some trees and maybe make a delivery. And here we are back up in the forest. Of course, it's going to be less and less of a forest because we are chopping them down like a woodchuck. I think we'll just start cutting down the trees towards those fields to kind of give it more space here instead of going more towards the back. Yeah, that's what we'll end up doing here. Alright, get the camera angle that I want. Let's make sure it's still on 8 meters, which it seems to be. Try to refresh myself with the controls a little bit, because it has been a couple days. Am I too close to the tree? Must have been too close to the tree. So we'll spend a little bit of time up here cutting down some trees. That way when I need some money we can come down and grab some. Like I said before, I would like to save now up. Probably the next thing now that we got another chicken coop going is to get $250,000 so we can buy one of those fields right above the livestock market. Right now, of our 3 fields, we got one field with the wheat in it, but that's for storage for the chickens. And now we got sunflowers, which we saw the price. I was actually shocked that the price of sunflowers is that good. I wish I'd known that before I planted corn in the other field, but you know what? It's nice to have different crops out there. And once we get one of those bigger fields, maybe I need to make a trip over to that field because I really don't know what that other field consists of. I mean, it shows like spaghetti string kind of like type fields there. I don't know what's in it. Is it all? It doesn't appear to be grass, so I don't know. I haven't been over there since I did my first look video, and I don't remember what's over there. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Quite a bit. Been at it for a while. Well, actually not that long. Probably 0.2 or 0.3 hours. Just going by the hour meter down there. I haven't really timed myself. I think it was at 1.2 when I hopped into it. But we do have a good amount of wood going. I'm kind of glad we got into the forestry when we did. Probably wouldn't have been bad to start out this way, but, you know, I was not thinking wood would be worth this much, you know, because we are in hard mode. And usually when you do Farming Simulator, you want to get right into the farming, right? You want to buy some fields and get into the farming. But we really haven't gotten to the forestry work at all. We definitely didn't do it on Ravenport, other than just cutting down trees that were in our way. I'm trying to remember on the Pacific Northwest in 17. I'm going to say no, we didn't do any forestry work there either, unless it was to cut down trees to get things out of our way. No. We did forestry work there. Yes, we did. Yes. We did do forestry work in the Pacific Northwest. How can you not do forestry in the Pacific Northwest? Yeah, right in the northern. I was trying to think, where's the forest here? Is there a forest? Yes. Boy, has it been that long. Yeah, there was a forest in the northern part, and we even had a tree planter. And we replanted trees, but we didn't play enough seasons for the trees to grow back to full maturity. Now, I don't think I had a tree harvester. I think we did it with a chainsaw. I'm trying to remember. I think we did it with a chainsaw. I could be wrong, because just a few seconds ago I was thinking I didn't do any forestry work. These ones with the brushes right in front can be a little difficult to figure out exactly. Really? There we go. Alright, I think we got enough trees cut down for a while. We are at the hour-and-a-half mark on here. So, in theory, I probably got pretty close to $70,000 of trees cut down. And I think we'll make probably a couple trips, 2 trips, with our truck, so we can get some cash back in the bank account. But we've done pretty good on the farm today. Done pretty good work on the farm, money-wise. Start auto load wood. I always like to have it on the right side for some reason. Don't ask me why. I just do. And with the auto loader, you kind of want to go at a certain speed. Definitely don't stop, because then it kind of loads on the guard in the front. I think, yeah, we'll turn auto load off. Put some straps on this puppy. Yeah, they kind of started to get on the guard. That's supposed to protect your cab so the logs don't slide forward and punch her through the cab. That's what that's really there for. So, I need to find my way out of here now, because we are in the back corner. Okay, I know where I am now. Yep, right in front of me. Alright. To the sawmill. Hopefully you get roughly close to 20 grand. Take me a while to get down there, because I'm going to drive slow so I don't tip over. If this trailer's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. I will say, driving my Volvo once again really wants me to get back in ATS. I haven't played ATS since I made the Christmas video special, which didn't really go that well, actually. A lot of people viewed it, but I got no likes on it. Go figure. By being Christmas time, not many people probably watch videos anyways. But I would like to get back into ATS, drive around, kind of get prepped up for the... Man, forgot to do the straps. Get prepped up for the Washington DLC. There we go. So we did get about 20 grand. Not quite, because I think we had like 7 grand, so a little bit shy of that. But we'll head back up there, get one more load of wood. We'll bring it on down, sell it, just to give us some money for a cushion. Part of me started thinking I could sell enough wood and maybe buy some more property, some more fields to extend the field that has wheat in it. And I'm like, no, I think we're going to start saving up for one of the nice fields over above the livestock area for $250,000. If our chickens reproduce some eggs like they were before, in a couple days' time, we could have pretty close to $100,000 worth of eggs, maybe. Need to take care of the weeds in this field, partially the field, and then when the weeds come back, it'll just be the upper half I have to take care of. So actually on hard mode, we've done pretty well the past few in-game days. Our loan was $450. We're down to $250. We've expanded a lot since we got the loan to do the cows and buy the land where the cows are on, buy all that equipment. We bought in some fields, obviously some bigger equipment like the truck. I was kind of thinking, I don't really need a truck. Then I started thinking, well, if I'm going to do forestry, I want to get into forestry just to have something different to do other than farming all the time. And boy, was that a good choice, because forestry is paying off greatly. I knew when I was going to do the let's play on Mercury Farms that we should do some forestry work. I thought about doing some sugarcane work, but yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I just haven't been. Hasn't been quite my style for some reason, and I don't know why. It just never appealed to me, and I've never even done sugarcane. All right, so I need to turn the autoloader back on. Come on down through here. Pick up some logs. Knock some logs off. Let me switch sides, turn it back on. That log could be a problem. Just saying. Wow, this load is not looking the best. Why? Why are they doing that? Oh, let's just fill her out right on up. Why don't we? Come on, last log. There we go. Strap them in. If I don't tip over or hit something on the way down, this will be amazing. I mean, if I can get out of the forest without clipping a tree with that log sticking out like that. Well, the roads are kind of wide down through here. And bumpy. Bumpy, bumpy. Just need to take my time. So far, so good. Thanks to Andy and Jim for making the roads nice and wide there, because with the light posts on the side of the road and the cement trucks coming the other way, I was hogging up quite a bit of the road. But so far, not an issue. Except for once in a while the trailer likes to do that. So I have been battling with myself just a little bit, you know, thinking, okay, yeah, we need to buy another field. And then the other part of me says, well, you really wanted to do a dairy farm on this map. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should take the money and lease a trailer and get more cows, or do the field first. I'm not sure. It's one of those things I'll have to think about. All right, so straps off. This is a pretty good haul, I think. 18. That's it, 18? Except for these. $18 and 4, so 22-ish. $24,000, something like that. Somewhere around there. Not too bad, but now we do have some money to play with. I mean, that would buy us about 8 cows, honestly. Getting more cows would make the reproduction rate a little bit quicker. And of course, by getting more cows, we'll get more milk, more manure, more slurry to sell, all that kind of stuff. By having the big field, I think would be nice, because right now we just got 3 fields. But 2 of them have been expanded quite a bit. So I'll have to see. I'll have to think about it. I guess it depends on how far we get money-wise. If it takes a while to get to 250, then maybe it might be wise just to spend the money and get more cows, so we can, because we got everything to sell the milk. And milk, when it goes for $1,200 per 1,000, that's not bad at all. Let's turn off our beacons here. Actually, I was going to park it here, but since I was going to go to the animal farm anyways, we might as well just drive there and finish the episode there. Seems like every time I do Farming Sim, it's like, okay, the only thing I want to do now is this. Then as I get more money in advance, it's like, well, yeah, but now I want to do this. Oh, I could do that. Or we could do this with the money. We did pay $50,000 of our loan off, so yeah, I think it's time we save just a little bit of cash and maybe buy some more stuff. Obviously, buying more stuff means making more money with it. So I'm just coming over here to see if the chickens have produced any eggs in the new coop. Not yet, they haven't. Sometimes it takes a while for everything to register. What about these guys over here? Do they produce enough eggs? Yep, they got a box going. But then again, there's a couple hundred more chickens in here than over here. Right, ladies? You lucky fella. Let's just go into the stat page here. Yeah, so right now they're just showing they're producing just 1 liter of egg. So if we go up to the other ones, yeah, they're producing like 552. I'm trying to figure out, I don't know what this total actually means. This is how much they got. I'm trying to think if this is how many liters of eggs are in the pickup area, 522. And these guys got 1 liter. So that's why there's no box showing. That's what it could be, because before, I think they were up around 9,000 or something. I don't know. I don't know what that really shows, how that works. I probably need to maybe sell some of the manure. We could, instead of using it, like I said, it'd be better to sell it. So if you go to like the BGA, you can see it's $200. That is a pretty good price right there. Obviously, the garden center wants 26 for it. Well, yeah, the BGA, 200. We own the BGA, so we could sell some of that. How much manure we got now at this point? 30,000. So yeah, can make a little bit of cash from that as well. But we got the field with corn by the house today. We sold some eggs, sold some canola. It allows us to buy our second chicken coop, so get that up and going. Bought some egg pallets, of course, for the eggs. And we did some lumbering today to get us back up to $50,000, and we paid $50,000 off our loan. That is what I call a pretty darn good episode for making progress here on Mercury Farms. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.